Hey everyone, welcome back to the Weekly Geekdom, the show where we talk all about the geeky stuff that went down in the week, the movies and TV and whatnot. I am Ben, your head geek, I guess, and with me is my friend, my partner in this, Joshua. How you doing, my man?
I am well, Ben. I am feeling like I need to start my own era of dominion. And this is what we're here for. Ladies and gentlemen, the geekdom is here to dominate. This is the multiverse of true dominion. Jurassic World, go see it. Go see it.
I guess I don't have to ask what movie you really like this week, huh?
Oh man, yeah, you already know. Saw it last night. Got an early screening. Plenty of screaming. Um, saw it in Dolby. It was I love the sound. I don't think I've ever seen a movie in Dolby like that. I think, but it was specifically like Dolby Black. I think that's what they called it. Um,
Ooh.
and it was really really cool. Sound, you could feel the rumbling. I would have loved to have seen Top Gun in Dolby. I might have seen it.
Okay.
I saw that in digital. But I
Okay.
would have
Okay.
loved to see that in Dolby. It was really really good. It was a really good experience. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So guys, go see that. Like I said, I feel like the critics are being unfair. Because this is a franchise, and I say this as a fan that I've followed this movie since I was a kid. You know, and I didn't read. I read enough of the book. I never finished the book, but I read a good bit, and I've read like excerpts and pieces from scripts and all. They had callbacks to some of the show on Netflix, Camp Cretaceous, if you follow that, and callbacks to the originals. Like I said, the themes are what carried the movie for me. Characters worked for me. The music score was. I thought this music score was cool. The chase scenes, the action, I enjoyed. There were some scenes, like I said, I probably would have rewritten myself, but overall, other than that, solid movie.
Let me ask you, how will the legacy characters coming back?
I really liked how they came in. I liked how they
Okay.
came in. I liked the interactions, especially amongst the three of them.
Okay.
And with Sam Neill and Laura Dern, it was good to see them back. Jeff Goldblum was funny. He delivers on his one-liners. He does. He definitely does.
Let me ask you, without giving too much away,
Mm,
in my head, I can see Jeff Goldblum and Pratt going back and forth with the one-liners. Does that happen at all?
there's let me see. I'm trying to remember because I gotta refresh my memory. We're running around all day. There's actually yes, there is. There's a few moments. There's a few moments of that. There's also you get like that nice shining moment of Owen and Dr. Grant talking. I loved seeing that. That was really cool to me. You know, and the dinosaur action, of course, it delivered on that. Seeing these giant, beautiful creatures way past their time. Yeah.
How is a T-Rex? Was a T-Rex awesome again?
You know what? That is one gripe I do have. We did not see her enough.
Oh,
She
oh
was in it.
no.
Yeah, we didn't see her enough. She's in it for a little bit, but for the little bit that she is in it, especially towards the end, yeah, yeah,
See,
she delivers.
I would think with them saying this is the last one of this franchise,
Hmm.
you would think they would want to focus on that T-Rex a little bit more, right?
I would, yeah, I agree. Yes, you would think that, and I think that they were really, um, I think that they were really pushing the whole, the Giganotosaurus. They were really pushing because that's the next big
Uh,
bad in this one, and they were really pushing it. So we didn't really, and did you ever see the prologue that they released? The 5 minute prologue they had
yeah,
that
I
played.
think I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So that they had that. So that was part of their marketing for like pushing the show. And you're like, look, this is who we got. And there's a surprise dinosaur that I've wanted to see forever. And when you see it, I'm gonna let you guess which one did you think that I was the most excited to see.
Right.
But yeah, I
Now,
like it, man.
I I know who the villain is, were you happy to see that villain in this movie?
Yeah, with him, he was very different. He was very
Okay.
different than most villains. He wasn't as vicious as I thought he would be, but his motivation and his lack thereof of feeling like he needed to answer to anyone, I thought that that was the selling point for him because without like giving away too much, you can feel like his whole arc is about control. That's all he
Well,
wants.
wouldn't it be more about, I don't want to hit redemption, but vindication? Wouldn't it be about vindication?
Like he, let me see. Yes. Like when he with him, his whole focus is on, like he plays it like that their world is like this safe haven, this peaceful place, right? But deep down, he's kind of shady. So he plays off like this. He's like this shy guy, doesn't really want to say a lot of words, not really good with speaking to other people. But underneath that, there's that darkness to him that's, yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I stay as the top genetics company. I want to keep making all the money I can. And I
Okay.
treat, and I'm going to treat these creatures like what they are to me is property. He has that lack of respect, and that's what
Gotcha.
it, yeah, and that's what the movie also harps on, which is what I got to tell this fool over here, is that there's a certain respect that has to be had, and as a lover of animals as well, we have to respect nature for what it is, and I think that was the deep, resounding message of this movie. It's like, look, there's only so many things that we can do. There's only so much that we can control. There's only so many times you can play God and think that nothing's going to happen. No, 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 no. You will get bitten, and you might lose an entire arm, but that's definitely going. Just don't go that route, guys. Just don't go that route. So
Sounds like that guy needed a hand. When the moon.
you, sir, it's. I want you to see it now. Now I really want you to see it after you made that joke. Yeah, yeah, you're onto something, Ben. You're definitely onto something. But
And
you're
that's
right.
me. I couldn't see the future. You didn't know that?
He understands Ben the prophet, the reigning champion, the reigning prophet himself. He understands the greatest Jedi who ever lived, Ben Rayner, ladies and gentlemen.
So, okay. Wrapping up your little review here.
Mhm.
Out of five, what would you rate this movie? Really? Wow. Okay.
I would honestly give it a 4. If
Okay.
I would go low, I probably give it. If I was to say, yeah, if I see it again, and it goes lower. I don't think it won't go under a 3. It'll probably
Okay.
be around like a 3.8. But for right now, from what I saw, I give it a 4. I genuinely
Right.
give it a 4.
Right.
Like I said, I feel like it's harshly judged. And some people that are all like, they try to portray themselves as these. I don't know. I don't want to say cinemaphiles, but I guess that's the thing. Because look, this is how it is. Ben, you review movies, I review movies, but we also have fun with it, right?
Right.
We understand the terminology, we understand what we're seeing, and we all understand that it's art and it's how it's portrayed to you. What you got out of it, correct?
Right.
So
All film is subjective. What
exactly,
what
exactly.
you like, I might not like, and what I like, you might not like.
And
Easy as
that's
that.
fair. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you had a bad experience, and then okay, I can't judge you
But
on that.
I think we're going to talk about something that we have different opinions on, and I'm looking forward to.
Hmm. I wonder what that is. Well, let's see.
Well, it's not the first topic. The first topic is crazy. So you've seen Top Gun and Maverick, right?
I have seen Top Gun Maverick.
So they had that when they were making the original, they found an article based on it, and they had to get the rights.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember reading about that. Yeah.
So they got the rights, they made the original.
Mm-hmm.
35 years later, they make they make a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they didn't look up to see if they still had the rights. Because apparently, they don't. And they're
Mm-hmm.
getting sued.
And
And
mhm.
there is a chance, however unlikely, there is a chance they could get the movie pulled. I don't think that will happen, but there is a chance.
There's it's a money machine right now. There's no way they're pulling this
Right,
movie.
right. Like I said, there's a chance, but
Mm,
that's like the worst case scenario where nobody wins. You know what I
that's
mean?
yeah. I uh I will say that they definitely did it at the right time.
Yeah.
If they could actually legally go about this and get something out of it, can you really be mad at them? I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. When John said what he said on the show the other day, it's like if you had a property that, the first one that you gave over the rights, you didn't expect them to do a sequel, and all of a sudden they do a sequel and it's making all this money. You don't think you would jump at that too? I mean,
Oh no, I would. I would.
yeah, I mean, I think you would, and you know what? And it's your idea, it's what you came up with. It's kind of like the argument with comic book writers. You know, for example, you remember hearing about the America Chavez author, not getting or asking for a little bit more. Was he asking for more?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, would you be wrong to ask for a little bit more? Because this was your idea that you formed out of your mind, your creative IP that you put to page and you worked on. You should be compensated a little bit more than what you thought. I mean, if you choose not to, then that's fine. As long as you realize you had the choice, that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know, I think Paramount is just going to give them a little bit money and we're never going to hear about this again. It
yeah.
is an interesting topic to talk about, right?
Oh, for sure. Because when hearing about it, I was like, how do you guys not check? It's been 30 years.
You had one job.
One
One
job.
job.
One job. God, you're killing me, Smalls. Damn it. Man.
Uh,
Yeah, no. You know what else? And I feel like you're going to mention this, but that story isn't the only one that was flying around. There was a trailer that involved the flight of an individual known as Black Adam.
ooh.
Yeah, what?
Baby, I love this trailer.
What? I want to hear your thoughts because I didn't watch the trailer reaction yet. I had actually just watched the trailer today. I mean, not today, yesterday.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
I was going to do a trailer reaction, but I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on with my laptop. I don't know what's going on with the computer because like everything's kind of lagging a bit. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch this one to see. And I want to hear your thoughts first before I share what I think.
I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
Dwayne Johnson looked like he was born to play this character.
Hmm.
I love that one line where I think it was Hawkman. He was not kill. I knew though.
I do. He didn't care like at all, man. I think that see, this is why I feel like with this character, the way that he's going and the tone of it, right? My favorite Dwayne, like just pure acting. My favorite Dwayne Johnson movies are between Good Gridiron Gang and The Game Plan.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like he's going to bring a little bit more of something we haven't seen in Dwayne before. And
Right.
like, yeah, and I agree with you. I love the trailer too. Love seeing
Okay,
Pierce
good.
Brosnan in his Doctor Fate.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think he's going to kill it. I would, if he kills it, I would want a Doctor Fate movie after this.
I thought you were going to say a hot toy, but we
You,
might.
I don't have enough. I don't have Robert Burnett money.
I don't know what he does, man, but I don't know how he gets all those hot toys. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if I could get one, I don't even know who I would get first. I don't know.
I think I wouldn't go Marvel and I wouldn't go DC.
Hmm.
I would go. I think I would go to Star Wars. I think I
Hmm.
would even get Luke, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Vader.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe, you know what? I might get one from Back to the Future. I would want a Money McFly hot toy.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad list there. It's not bad. You know, if they have a T Rex,
Ugh.
just give it to me. Just I will pay for it. I will give you my shoulder. Just give me the T Rex.
Another one I would get, and it wouldn't be on the top of my list, but it would be on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Were you you're a 90s kid, right?
Say again.
You were a kid in the 90s?
Yeah.
I would want a Tommy Oliver Green Ranger hot toy from Power Rangers.
That's not a bad option. That's actually that's a good one. That's a good one. You know what? Okay, then I'll tell you what. I'll say, give me a Terminator. Or if they have William Wallace Braveheart,
Oh.
I would get a William Wallace Braveheart hot toy. Absolutely,
I know,
absolutely.
yeah, I know I said I wouldn't get Marvel DC, but I would be lying if I saw Michael Keaton Batman, I would get that too.
See, if I go Marvel, the first one I'm getting is it's obviously Thor. The one from I would either get Infinity War Thor or Love and Thunder Thor.
I would
Uh
get Infinity War. So.
yeah, that suit is just awesome.
I,
Um
I know I'm in the minority, but I prefer him having short hair rather than the long blonde hair.
I'm not mad at that. I feel like it was just something about the shift in the hair kind of said something about his character too.
Right, right. It was kind of like a metaphor. Like, he
Hmm.
changed off his look, got a new look, and now we're off going
Yeah,
different races.
yeah. It was like Thor Reborn. And oh my gosh, Ben, I like how you said it because now I just thought about it. The shortcut pretty much cutting the old ways, right? Now we have Love and
Right.
Thunder, and he's got some growth. He's got some growing to do. You're on to Ben the Prophet. That is your nickname.
Ah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Oh man, that right there. That's it. Um,
um, other than Black Adam, we got another trailer this week for a Hulu movie.
something. So I was supposed to watch it. I didn't see it yet. Oh my
Okay,
god.
pray.
Yes, yes.
I won't say much, but dude, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Excellent. Eh,
It looks
Let me
good.
let me ask you something. I had a friend of mine. Well, actually, we were talking about it in the group this week. Me and Noah, we were having this discussion about Deadpool, right? Hoping it's not Disneyfied. So he was saying like the Prey trailer, it was also pretty violent. I'm like, well, it's a Fox property. Disney has it. It'll be on Hulu. I'm pretty sure they would do it justice. It has to be because it's Predator, right?
Right.
So do you think that now, especially even with, I know we're talking about Prey, but even with Blade coming now, do you think that Marvel's going to further embrace, like, well, not even so much Marvel, but do you think Disney's going to further embrace, like, look, some of these characters are violent characters, so let them kind of be how they are? I mean, not the boys level, but do you think that they'll like start to turn that way a little bit more?
Okay. Don't get mad at me.
Hmm.
I think Brady's going to be on test. I see it being PG-13. I don't see it being rated R.
You don't see it being rated R?
No.
Okay.
The only movie that I see being rated R, and it's because I believe it was Shane Pick. Oh, somebody, it might have been Kevin Feige, keeps saying they're going to do it, Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think he's the one character I think he's going to end up on Hulu.
Okay. So you think that he'll be the only one that's that they'll like allow, but you know what? I see the thing is I'm glad you said that because I'm not even mad at you saying Blade was PG will be PG-13 because you saw Doctor Strange, right? We talked about
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So and Doctor Strange was pretty violent.
Yeah.
You know, um they're adding vampires, it's just gonna be a different element. But I think if they get I don't even know if they announced a director for it yet. Did they? Well, we don't even know who's attached to it as far as the
Who,
director.
Deadpool?
No, to Blade.
Oh. No, no director yet. No director
Okay.
yet.
If they go with
But they're going to be in production July
mm,
4th.
right. So if they get another horror director to do Blade, not so much similar to how I guess uh, I likened it to that of a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I think the PG-13 could still work because they were definitely pushing boundaries.
I think Blade will be the same treatment as the Netflix Marvel shows. Now they're on Disney Plus, but you
Mm-hmm.
have to have a parental guide to access them.
Okay.
So I think
Okay.
that will happen with Blade.
Mm.
In his movie. But let's say there's an Avengers movie. They could tone him down, put him in MCU proper,
Hmm.
and have it be like that.
Okay. You know, see, I think it could work. And you know what? To be honest with you, this may be the only one. They might do a sequel, but this might be the only one just because they said of Mahershala's age now. Because this movie was supposed to be going into production a while ago.
Like I said, this is going to be a test for the MCU. This is going to be a test.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah,
So what do you think you know, Ghost Rider? You, th- you think that they'll keep that around that PG-13
I
range?
think Ghost Rider, Punisher, Moon Knight, maybe Blade. I think they will all be Disney Plus shorts.
Mm,
Except for Blade, Blade's a movie. But I think those other three, I think they will be Disney Plus shorts.
I feel that. Okay. Yeah, you know, and it's not saying that like they have to have constant like blood and gore
No,
because
no.
that'll you know, but you can do just enough to push that boundary for it to
Well,
not be
I'm going to bring up three movies right now.
all right.
Venom, Venom 2, and the movie that shall not be talked more than has to be, Morbius.
It's Morbin time.
Oh my god. You know, I still can't believe they put that back out in theaters.
Ah,
And all because of a meme. All because of a meme.
all because of and they knew it. They said and they knew it. And the thing is, is it still in theaters or were they only doing it for that weekend?
I think they were I think they were only doing it for that weekend.
Okay.
And
I'm
here's the thing.
mhm.
If people wanted to see it, they could have already bought it on iTunes. I bought it on iTunes.
and you
I
said
watched it the week before on iTunes.
and you said you didn't think it was as bad as most people were saying, right?
It's disappointing, it's meh,
Mhm.
but I think that's the biggest fault for it. And it had so much potential.
Mhm.
And I really like what they did with Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Also,
I've
we
been
have to talk about those, we don't need to talk about those awful post-credit scenes.
oh no. We've discussed those. I've seen them. It's- you know, I tell you what, I can only say that I'd be wrong if I didn't say that now Craven might concern me a bit because I've been wanting to see him on screen for a very long time.
Well, let me ask you. Let me ask you.
What's up?
What are you? I think I asked you this, but I don't remember. What are your really feelings about the Venom movies?
Now, I still have yet to lay eyes on Let There Be Carnage, but I did enjoy the first one. It's so quotable. It was fun. Um,
Oh, my
you know,
favorite part in that movie is
mhm.
when they're in the building and anyone who go out and Venom's like, jump. And it quick cut. Uh, Ding, pussy.
Yes, pussy. I love it. Like it's so good. Or me and my friends when we saw it the first time, right? Just a fun little story. So we're in Frostburg, we all go hop in this car, go see Venom, and then we're on the way back after seeing it, and we just keep quoting the movie, right? So we go pull over to Sheets because we're all hungry, get some snacks, right?
Okay.
Pull over, and then we go in the store. I go to the register, and I started acting like Eddie Brock.
Oi.
I was
Okay.
messing with the cash register with the cashier, and I'm like, guys, it's been a hard night. I got some sort of parasite, and he's like, are you sure you're okay? No, I'm like, he's just like freaking. I just kept messing with him the whole time.
Okay, if you like the first one, you're going to
Hmm.
love the second one because it takes the best parts of that first one
Hmm.
and it multiplies it tenfold.
Yeah. All right. Is it where is it on streaming? Is the question now. I do want to get it on DVD, but I want to see. You know what? Let's look it up.
It
Where
might be,
is it
it probably
on?
is on Sony. No, it's Snows. It's probably on Snows.
It's on Star.
It might have to get, let me,
Okay.
let me
If
look it
anybody
up.
has
Let me,
somebody
let me look it
send me
up.
send me some stars information. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't have that app. Yeah, I think,
Ooh.
yeah, it's probably on Snows. But you can also rent it on iTunes
Oh,
if you
it's on
want to.
Stars and it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's all
Ooh,
yeah,
are you there?
I might watch that tonight. But I still have to finish Empire.
Okay, watch Empire, then watch
Yep, can you hear me?
Carnage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, got to do that. Hmm.
Okay, I think you're lagging a little bit, but we're going to power through it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hold on. Let me close this. I have a tab that's probably screwing everything up. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better now.
Okay. Can you
All
hear
right.
me now?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're talking about Marvel. There's a little show that
Hmm.
premiered this week, Miss Marvel.
Ms. Marvel.
It,
Mm.
before I say my feelings, what did you think of the show?
I got some homework, man. I've been hearing nothing but good things about it, which makes me excited to when I sit down and I watch it. I know some people when I, at first, to be honest, the trailers didn't really do it for me all that much,
Okay.
but I know I want to dive in to see the lore of it. I keep hearing like great things. I forget the actress's name, but I keep hearing great things about her. And an interesting fact, she was 3 when the first Iron Man movie came out.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, that's which is nuts to even think about. But I'm definitely going to give this a watch, Ben. So could you convince me? Tell me why I should sit and watch this.
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. Okay. This show is incredibly well done.
Mhm.
Has a good story, has a good characters, and warm is heartfelt, yeah, it did not work for me. I hate to say it. I hate to be that guy. It did
Mm.
not work for me. But at the same time, it was not made for me. It was made for teenagers, for high school women who it was not made for me. So, am I
Well,
making sense?
well, do you feel like it's not made for? Do you feel like it's so much is not made for you, or do you feel like it's more so like maybe you just didn't relate to it as much? Maybe because I think
Uh,
that's
uh,
the yeah. Go ahead.
a little bit more. A little bit more.
Because I was gonna say like I know everybody. There's okay, so there are similarities to everybody's high school experience, but it's still everybody has very different ways of how they experienced high
Right.
school. So to kind of say like it's all the same, it's kind of like well that's not really the case. Just
No.
like like when people say for example, just for an example, 13 Reasons Why. A lot of people I knew, we were like, what high school is this happening at? But that's
Right.
because we didn't have that in our high school. It could have been happening elsewhere, but that just wasn't what we saw. So I mean, then maybe that's the same thing with how you. I guess that's in a way a better way how to say how you feel about it. If I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good, well done show.
Hmm.
I just don't know if I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, again, not for me.
I got you. Okay, I'll take a look at it, man.
I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say that.
Hey, like we said earlier, everything's it's all film, TV. It's subjective,
Right.
right? You know. So hey, I'll give it a watch, and let's see how I feel about it afterwards, man. Oh, I wanted to ask you. I'm actually so since we've been doing my Star Wars dive, right? Um
Yes.
I'm halfway through episode 4 of Obi-Wan. And I
Okay.
watched the video with you and Dawn today talking about episode 3. I want to hear like and I'm not done episode 4, but so far, how did you genuinely feel about it actually?
I'm in the minority. I really liked it. I really liked episode 4.
Mm,
I don't want to give too much away because
mhm,
you're still watching it, but it worked for me.
mm.
It really worked for me.
I'm I like what I'm seeing so far, man. I Obi-Wan is an interesting fellow, and just the things that he's dealing with and going through post what happened in the prequels, which I have yet to get to, but I'm just catching up just to see what's going on. I just want to see. And I like Leia's character. I thought at one point I was just like just go with him. Just stop running. You're deviating. Just go this way. Okay, there are bad people trying to get you. Just go this way. Um, Reva's character, I'm still not like that convinced about because there were lines, and like I've been in an acting class and I've been studying, right? And so there were lines that she got, and I'm listening to her, and it's like you could have a lot more fun with this. Make me like be more visceral, be more like play with your prey.
Yep, yep, yep.
Like you're hunting, so you have the upper hand. Just do that. And I agree with what a lot of people are saying. They feel like she's very one note. It's like okay, we get that you're angry, but why are you angry? I know you said that you didn't like you or you didn't want a redemption. Why don't you want a redemption for her as opposed to having her just stick to being the villain?
Because you wouldn't know this because you're just watching the movies right now.
Hmm.
It's been done.
Mm,
It's been done in the movies before.
mm.
It's just the same.
Okay. So you just want something a little different.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that. No wrong with that at all.
No, I say that, but if they continue, I'm not going to be like, oh, this is awful. I'm not. I'm mad. I'm mad, and I'm never going to watch this again. I'm not going to be like that. I'm
mhm,
just saying, if it was up to me, don't redeem her.
I got you. I got you. Yeah. You know, it's okay. What I really love about it, more so if anything, well, like I said, her she's not really working for me. I'm loving seeing the viciousness of Vader. I thought the scene with him and Obi-Wan, with the going at it with the lightsabers, they were dueling it out. I'm like, oh, this. I'm feeling the intensity of it, right? And just when he pulls down like all these coals or these rocks and he sets them ablaze, and he's dragging him through it. It's like, jeez, man. But even before, when he's going through the town, just eviscerating people, my
Dude,
God, what?
I'm not going to say what it is, but in a movie, in one, in one movie, there's a scene where Vader is a serious villain I have ever seen.
Is it Rogue One?
Yes.
I had a feel. It's only because I guess because somebody showed me. Um, she was like, "Well, I was talking to a friend of mine at work, and she was showing me this scene from it." And I said, "I haven't seen a lick of anything, Star Wars wise." She's like, "Okay, well, let me show you just this one scene real quick." And I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm sold." Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I think you've seen that scene I'm talking about.
yeah. What is it? The hallway?
Yep, 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 yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
like, yep. That's why, my opinion, Vader is the best villain in movie history.
mm, I left a comment right, and I said I feel like right now where I'm at, I feel like it's a battle between Joker, Thanos, and Vader as the top three of all time for like that
Ooh,
number one spot. That those three, it's hard to top them. It's hard to top those three. They all had a cultural impact. I mean, even I would even argue Sauron, and it's like you don't even really actively get Sauron because you have
not
his
yet
eye,
anyway. Not
right?
yet
Not
anyway.
right,
Not
but
yet.
I feel like through the ring, that's what we get, and like that was okay. That's where I say, okay, I'll throw Sauron in the conversation where it's kind of like, yeah, he may not be physically there, but through the ring, he's doing something. So I would say between those four, actually, to be honest with you. Um, and like I said, I'm enjoying Obi-Wan. I'm enjoying Star Wars. I like seeing the different galaxies, the different worlds. They're all so beautiful, and the practical effects are really good, especially with all the different alien races. Like what was the guy's name? The mole, the one that looked like a mole that picked them up in the truck.
Oh, I forget that character's name.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I was like, wow, like there's so many different
Let
alien.
me ask you. Let me
Hmm.
ask you. Do you know who voiced that character?
No, who?
Zach Braff.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Nice, man. I did not know that. That's cool.
Well, when I first saw that episode, I thought it was Seth Rogen.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you listen to it, it does sound a lot like Rogen,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Definitely.
But no, it's Zach Braff.
Wow. That's talent, man. Damn, like I really am digging it. And you know what else I'll tell you? For it to be a show and not a movie, one of the best shots to me, and one I thought was like really like well done. I forgot the name of the fortress that they go to that's in the middle of the ocean on the water planet.
Yeah, I forget the name too, but yeah.
But like that scene when we first see it, I'm like, damn, that looks good.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. Ben, I want to thank you and the many, many Jedi out there for ushering me into this. Because I really like this, man, and I can see why people are fans of these movies and these this IP. It's
You think you like it now? I can't wait to talk Empire with you on Sunday night.
oh boy, yes. In the name of Hoth, we shall
In the
speak.
name of, in the name of Hall and in the name of, well, you haven't gotten there yet. And here, there's one more topic. Is there anything you want to bring up before we get into the last topic?
Joker sequel.
Joker sequel. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
They're
that.
doing it, baby. They're doing it.
Where do you think they're gonna? You know what? I tell you what. This is what I think, and they said it before. Well, they didn't say it before, but I remember seeing this in a Twitter thread once, and I said, you know what? That would not be a bad title for it. If they don't call it Joker 2, Clown Prince of Crime.
Ooh, I love that. I
Hmm.
love that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would like to see that because
No,
Joaquin was just so good, man.
let me ask you, how do you love that movie like I
Loved it.
do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's either my second or third favorite comic book movie. If you can really call it a comic book movie.
Oh no, it is. I would say it is. It's just a different take than it. You know what? Not even so much a different take. It's kind of like before we got that Three Jokers comic, right? I mean, we all know
Yeah,
about him falling into the acid and all, but we
yeah,
nobody ever
yeah,
really
yeah.
knew who he was before then. And I like that we got to see like, Todd Phillips puts a spin on it and takes it in his own direction of, well, this is how he came to be. And I just love the simplicity of this could be anybody because all it takes is one bad day.
And I'm sorry, you all the comic purists. I'm happy there's no Batman in that universe.
Oh yeah, I'm
Uh,
fine.
you don't need him. You don't need him in that universe.
Yeah, I'm fine with it because I don't see him fighting Batman. I think
Right.
he's more of he's a symbol, but and his conflict would be more so with Gotham Police as opposed to like,
Exactly.
yeah, he doesn't have to go fight toe to toe with Batman and all this other stuff. Just, you know, now that he's kind of gotten to that breaking point, well, how does he build on that?
He'll let me ask you.
Hmm.
How the movie ended, he's now the Joker. He is now the Prince of Crime.
Hmm.
Do you think he does more Joker stuff in the sequel?
As far as what, like his gadgets, or do you think like he's gonna be more so worried, focused on building an army?
Yeah, more chaotic, more building
Hmm.
an army, more dressed as Joker.
I think, especially based off of I have to be honest, my favorite scene is when he's standing on top of the car and people are just like praising this guy,
Yeah.
right? I think that will be the bigger thing. And yes, maybe he might start to get a little bit more jokery, and maybe with that, in a way, he might lose himself. Dare I say it? Maybe there will be he'll have a conflict with an officer of the law, and the officer ends up taking him out at some point. It could be like some assassination that goes down, or one of his own men does it, stab him in the back. Because it's like you don't. Anybody can be the Joker. Is really what it boils down to.
Dude, I can't wait. I
Yeah,
can't wait for Joker 2.
I'm excited for it, man. I really am. Man, is there anything else? I heard they're making a Thunderbolts movie.
Yep,
That
that's official.
that'll be cool.
It would
How do you
be
feel?
cool. I don't know what they do without General Ross. Maybe you don't need him. Maybe you don't need General Ross. Or maybe they recast him.
They could recast him, or they could change Red Hulk's origin. I don't know. I tell you what though, I don't really. I didn't care for Taskmaster. I just,
Yeah, me neither.
you know, like, and people say, well, is it because it's a woman? It's like, no, it's just, they
It
just didn't
wasn't.
do the Taskmaster right.
Yeah, it wasn't real done. And were you watching Sean's show today?
I caught a little bit of it on the way home. I didn't catch everything.
Okay, because somebody brought up an interesting idea that I actually love.
Mhm.
The leader of the Thunderbolts bring back Sam Rockwell as Jonathan Hammer.
Because they need a financier.
They need a financier. They need a leader. They need a Samuel L. Jackson type of person on that team.
Mm, that wouldn't be bad at all.
I,
That no, that would not be bad at all.
I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't. I can't remember who brought that up. But yeah, I love that.
You know, because I had the same. It's funny you say that because I even had the idea of what if like Doctor Doom was the puppet master for the Sinister Six? Just not not involved, just behind the scenes, just kind of the funder. Just giving.
No, because I want Doctor Doom in the MCU,
Mhm.
and I think that's in the new six will be in the Venom timeline.
Really, you don't think so? You don't think that they'll do a Sinister Six in the MCU?
No,
Damn it!
because we're going to what? We're going to have two. We're going to have a good one and a bad one.
Mhm.
Because Sony has held bent on making one over at the Sony ever since the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just it's the thing is that disappoints me so much about it is because I see the potential that a Sinister Six movie can work.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It can work. We have you have the right people in place. You got the right characters, and now you can actually you can redo some things because at least you open to redo some things because some of the characters, like we saw in No Way Home, they were cured, so you don't have to worry about bringing them back. It could be a different Sinister Six, and now with Venom.
Well, I know what I
Mhm.
like what they did with Venom in the Sony universe. I don't want him to be a villain.
Okay, so how about him and Spider Man are teaming up against the Sinister Six?
When you have Andrew Garfield come back,
I
yeah,
see.
you're not going to get Tom Holland in that movie.
Right. Oh, that's a no. You're right. That's a good point. Because I was just thinking like I wanted to see the Andrew Garfield versus Venom fight, but that could lead to the bigger thing of
Yeah,
those two versus the Sinister Six. So you know what? Yes, yes. Stamp of approval.
there we go, man. There we go.
There it is.
How
Unleashed.
did we get on that? How did we get on that?
Just oh, Thunderbolts,
Not
Thunderbolts,
about right.
and all the different teams, man. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
It would be interesting. Okay, man. Do you want to deep dive into this last topic right now?
Guess we don't really. We might as well, man. We might as well.
Okay. You want to know? Why don't you tell the good people about it?
So, guys, we got more Ezra Miller trouble. There was a story apparently that came out on TMZ about him pretty much grooming this young girl and giving her drugs and alcohol at a young age, flying her out to see him and stay with him, and almost pretty much it seems like a brainwashing situation. I'll even go as far as saying I had this thought as I was listening to the Can't Be a Show report on it earlier. I was thinking to myself, well, this sounds a lot like her letter. Uh, maybe this could be a part of Stockholm syndrome. I don't know. I I don't know. Like John said, we weren't there. None of us were there.
Right.
But with everything going on, it's like what else? This is why I made that point that I made on Uncut on Sunday. You had Will Smith have one offense. and all he did was slap Chris Rock. Not saying that is a good thing, but he started to lose a whole bunch of stuff. And you got Warner Brothers over here. You got more than 3 situations with Ezra Miller.
I think it's up to 4 or 5 now.
At 4 or 5, and you're saying nothing. You're saying nothing. You're doing nothing. Honestly, like you said, Ben, I I know I feel like you think I would disagree with you, but I honestly, this is what I'm gonna say. Just put it on HBO Max quietly. You don't even need to just if you feel that desperately about this movie and putting the Flash movie out, let all of this deal with all of this, and then when nobody's looking, just drop it on there and keep it pushing and recast. That's it. Yeah, there's no coming. I don't think there's any coming back from this. Like, you're done.
I mean, they would be losing a lot of money, but what else can they do? They can't promote this movie with him. There's
Right,
not many playing 2 or 3 characters in the movie, right?
right. There's what Michael Keaton and everybody else. You can't edit people out like somebody was saying earlier. I just don't think that would. It would take up too much time, and then it's like, well, why we put all this money into something? I say just drop it and keep pushing, man.
And it sucks that one asshole can ruin a whole movie like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, anybody who. Okay, well, let me ask you something. I'm curious. You and me, we're in this movie news sphere. We're in the bubble, right? We follow everything.
Hmm.
Do you think the general public, as of now, do you think they know about Ezra Miller at all?
Ben, actually, that's a good question. And the thing is, I don't think it's a I haven't seen this reported as like a mainstream story, especially considering with everything that we already have dominating the news right now.
Right.
If anything, not saying that it's a minuscule situation because it's not, but
No, not at all.
yeah, but when you take everything that we got going on in mainstream news, it's kind of like that. Everything over here supersedes that situation.
Right.
So you're right. I don't feel like the general audience may know as much, but I mean, if you have your ear to the ground, especially with the entertainment industry, then you know about the situation. Like, if you read anything on Variety or Deadline or Hollywood Reporter, Screen Rant, Joe Blow, different the rap, So uh, it's just it's a terrible situation, and I would hate to be somebody attached to the project, knowing that I put in countless hours working on this movie, and it's just this one, like you said, this one asshole who spoils the bunch.
There is one thing nobody's talking about, and I'm surprised nobody's talking about it.
Mm.
What the fuck does Michael Keaton think about this?
That's a good. That's a good point.
After 30 years of nothing, he comes back as the Batman. Most everybody's favorite, well, one of people's favorite Batman is
Hmm.
back. Yeah, it's Michael Keaton. How do you think the fuck he feels about all this going on?
I'm pretty sure he's devastated, man. If anything, I feel like, yeah, obviously we don't know Michael Keaton, but I would hope that he reached out to Ezra and gave some words of wisdom or something, or maybe not even words, but maybe it's might even- it might even it may even be past that point. Maybe he's gone to higher ups and he's like, look, I can't do this anymore. I mean, or maybe not so much anymore, but we can't work with this guy anymore. Maybe he's like, look, we got to get rid of him. If you want me to continue to be a part of projects in the future, I don't want to work with somebody like that who's going to
What,
consistently be a problem.
one would hope he would be like that. He seems like a good person. He seems like he would be like that, but I don't know, man. I mean, he supported me in Supergirl, right? Batman.
Yeah.
Even the Flash, the movie,
Mm.
seems like it's supposed to be a very important movie for the DCEU.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do they do with it?
And you know, Ben, the other day they just said this was the best movie they'd ever done.
Uh,
So it's like you kind of
okay, hold on. I think that was all PR. I think that was all PR because I think they knew. Now I'm convinced of it. They knew this story was going to come out. They knew this was going to come out. So what did they do? They think that story. WB is the best movie ever.
just so everybody can like, just focus on that, not so much on the situation.
Right.
Which is crazy. That's what things like that rub me the wrong way. And
Yeah.
it really makes me think of, you ever see the movie Spotlight?
No, man, it's on my list, man. It's on my list.
That's I'm not gonna go into details or spoil anything for you because I think that's something you should definitely watch. But just to know what the situations that were going on at that time in the Boston Globe investigating the Catholic Church, and you find out that like people are shuffling around and turning blind eyes to things that are going on. It's like, why not deal with what you have to deal with to prevent future situations? You care more about how you look or your reputation as opposed to, now look, we got to stop this right then and there and nip it in the bud because we don't need this bleeding into the future.
Right.
We don't need that. And if you want me to build something, if you want me to be a part of this DCEU and you want to build this greater universe, you want to compete, you want to be out there, you want to be with the big dogs, you have to get rid of the problem. I don't care. You know what? I'll even put it in sports terms. I don't care if you bring me Tom Brady as my quarterback. If he's causing me problems left and right and spoiling morale for the team, you cannot be there. You gotta go. Simple as that. Like, you have to
Yeah.
go. And you've done this more than one time. That's why I say with the Will Smith thing, it's like a one-time offense and he loses all of this, but you have all these things happening. You do nothing.
That's the more confusing part to me. Who the fuck is Ezra Miller? Who the fuck is he?
Who do you think he
How
is?
did he get so many chances?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I think it's a the only way I can look at it. I feel like it's I could be wrong, but I feel like it may be a political thing. I'm not going into further detail than that, but who knows, man. I really feel like there's some uneven justice going on in Hollywood, and it's not fair. It's just not fair.
Mm, Yeah, I mean, it's not fair. It sucks. And they're getting away with. And I can come to them on it. If they came out tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised. They're basically getting away with murder at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's like
I hope nobody gets hurt. I hope nobody gets hurt. I hope nobody's life is taken. But at this point, nothing would surprise me.
just get the boy some help. That's it. Just get him some help, and maybe like I don't know, however long you need to take. I mean, but these situations that's going to be hard to come back from. It's going to be very difficult to come back from. But the best thing you can do for a troubled person like that is get them some help, and that's what Ezra Miller clearly needs is some serious, genuine help.
Yeah, on that note, I don't know how we go. That's why we're ending right there. Because there's nowhere to go away from that.
Maybe we should have started off with that one. Hey, then on the dark note.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
But, yeah, I'm not. There's no way. We can, tell me something good. Is there anything good we could?
Is there anything good?
And,
Oh, yeah. There's definitely something good. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what's good. Lightyear is out next weekend, and then after that, the Black Phone and Elvis. Oh yeah, what? Yes, June is shaping up to be a beautiful month for film. And again, go see Dominion. I will keep saying this, people. Go see Dominion.
and come back and be sure to hit like and subscribe on this channel. We're trying to get to 100 subs by the end of July. Come on. Come on.
Yup.
We can do it. I know we can. Join our Facebook group. Join our Discord. Josh, my man. Tell all the good people where they can find you, my man.
You can find me on Facebook at Joshua Diggins. You can find me on Twitter at The Outlawed Mom. You can find me on Instagram at The Midnight Cinema. You can find my podcast, Wolves of Midnight, on Spotify, Pocket Casts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM. Yes, please tune in. And my YouTube channel, The Midnight Cinema. Guys, feel free to share, leave a like, share, subscribe. That's where you can find me. I'm here with Ben on Fridays and on Sundays with, all three of us on Geekdom Uncut. And it's always a good time, great time to talk and convene amongst us. And we always have great conversations, always sharing good thoughts. It's a couple of good guys here just talking about things that they love. So, like Ben said, trying to get 100 by the end of July. So please hit that like, share, and subscribe button and leave a comment. Comments are also great too. Let us know. Give us feedback. Tell us what you think. Things that you want to see. That's all.
And we might do watch alongs coming up. We might do watch alongs. I don't
Mm.
need to say much more, but they're throwing that out. See if we get any grabs on that. And you guys can find me at my Twitter, pit_radio. Every Monday on Disecting the Schmoedown. Every Wednesday on Jedi Academy. Every Friday right here on the Weekly Geekdom. Every Sunday on the Geekdom Uncut. You can also find me on the Northern Entertainment Group every Thursday on the Wind That Tape and every Saturday morning on the Northern Countdown. I'm all over the place, man. I'm all over the place.
The hardest working man on YouTube, Ben the Prophet.
Ben the Prophet. Anyway, guys, stay kinky and we'll see you next week. Have a good week, everyone.
Stay peacefully.